Welcome, everybody. Brother Dan Goodwin here, your host on this Prophecy News Update. And as you can see, we've got a special guest in the room with us here in the studio. Pastor Ray Bentley, it's good to have you with us today.
It's great to be here with you, Dan.
And boy, I tell you,
Thank you.
what a blessing for me, because I've been a friend of yours for a long time from afar.
Oh.
We've met twice, I think.
Yeah.
We met once. You flew me in for a conference you were having. I didn't speak at, but you flew me in.
Yeah.
I don't know why. To this day, I don't know why, but you flew me in. And I tell this story all the time. I'm on the airplane and flying to San Diego, and it's a long flight. You know about that.
Yeah.
And in the pocket of the chair in front of me, I get that airplane magazine out, and I'm flipping through it, and there's the hotel. The Rancho
Bernardo Inn.
The Bernardo Inn,
Yeah.
right there near your church.
Yes.
And it's quite a well-known, quite a famous hotel. And,
It is.
And I'm thinking, I'm on the wrong plane, or he thinks I'm somebody else or something. I don't know.
Hey, we
But,
want to spoil you. We like Dan.
Picked me up. Someone picked me up at the airport, brought me to the hotel. What a hotel that was.
Yeah.
They had a Jewish wedding in there while I
Yeah.
was there. And the second time that we met, of course, I got to eat lunch with you a few times. And
Yeah.
I got to know you a little bit. And then the second time after I wrote my Barley Harvest book, I was out there for another reason, somewhere close to you,
Yeah.
a couple hours from you, and you met me in Oceanside.
I
that
think
the
so.
town?
Yes.
We met there for lunch.
Yeah.
We walked out. It looked like a mile out this pier.
Yeah.
There was a restaurant out there. Do you remember that?
Yes. Uh-huh.
We sat out there for an hour.
Yeah, it was
we
great.
ate.
Yeah.
Did I buy or did you buy?
I think I bought.
Hey, let's do that again. You got to do that again.
We got to do that again.
You
Come
bought.
on out.
And I shared with you my Barley Harvest book stuff that I did.
Great.
But,
Great
listen,
stuff.
we're just chatting here because I want the audience to get to know you, because we're going to be doing a program with you starting tomorrow. It's going
Yes.
to air tomorrow on television. And I
can't wait.
I want the audience to see it. And here's what we're going to be talking about. Pastor Ray, you've written several books.
Yes.
We'll talk about the other book in the program, but this is your new book.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna show that to them if they can see that. It's called On the Mountain of the Lord. And I have read every word of this book. In fact, tomorrow on TV, I'll show them my book that you sent me. It's not the hardback. You sent me a
Pre-release. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paperback.
Yeah, it says right on it, not for resale, and has mistakes and errors.
Yeah.
I was looking for some of them errors too, by the way, but I didn't.
Thank
I don't think I saw any. But you got a co-author here,
Yes.
Bodie
Taney.
Kane. I can't say her name.
I know.
I see her in the bookstores. She's written 1 billion books, I think, and Bodie and Brock
And her husband Brock. Yeah.
The listeners probably they've either read some of her books or they've
Yes.
seen them on a shelf. We got to get her here.
Yes.
Can
And
you work that out?
Yeah, I think
All right.
I'll ask her. That would be great.
We've had 2 guest people. We can put 2 chairs here.
Yeah, no problem.
Or maybe bump you out and put her in here.
Yeah, she would be great. She's awesome.
No, it would be great. I know, maybe she can't do it, but it'd be great. She's welcome if you talk to her.
Okay. All right.
You tell her that Dan Goodwin wants her here.
Okay.
And,
All right.
But anyway, it'd be great to talk to both
It would
of you
be.
at the same time.
It would be.
But this is my friend, Pastor Ray Bentley, and you pastor a church
Yes.
you started in 1984.
That's right.
I say San Diego, but it's not really San Diego. Is it?
It is. It's in San Diego. It's just in the North County of San Diego in Rancho Bernardo.
Rancho Bernardo.
Yeah.
I like the ring.
Forest
now.
Ranch, yeah.
I'm thinking of that hotel again.
I
I'm
know, it's
wondering,
good.
When is he
You
going to
like
bring me to that hotel again? And, anyway, that was great. His book is called On the Mountain of the Lord. We still got a few minutes here. Tell us what's the title all about?
Well, the title really comes from the Garden of Eden. In the book of Genesis, the Bible tells us that the Garden of Eden was on top of the mountain. And when we got kicked out of the garden, Adam and Eve basically had to go down. They had to literally, physically descend and then out into the wilderness.
Yeah.
And the story of the gospel then from Genesis to Revelation is how the loving God sends his son Jesus out the eastern gate, down the mountain, out into the wilderness, and really brings Adam and Eve back up to the mountain and brings us back into fellowship and reconciliation and relationship with God. And so anyway, from that, the Bible has many, many of the most dramatic stories take place amazingly on top of mountains.
Yeah.
whether it's Mount Sinai,
And
the
I
Ten
never
Commandments.
thought about that until
Yeah.
discussing this with you. It never really registered in my mind how many events take place on mountains in
Yeah.
the Bible.
Yeah, the Elijah, the fire that falls
Yeah.
on Mount
Mount
Carmel,
Carmel.
the Sermon on the Mount. It's called the Temple Mount. It's called Mount Zion, the mountain of the Lord. The prophets talked about.
And Moses goes up on the mountain and meets God in the fiery bush.
Yes.
And also gets the Ten Commandments
Yeah.
there.
And
That's amazing.
he left from the Mount of Olives. He's coming back to the Mount of Olives and to Mount Zion. And so this is a great story that uses the mountains and a character named Eliyahu, which is a Hebrew way of saying Elijah. And it's a dramatic story, and you loved it.
I love
and I
it.
think people are going to love it when they read it too.
Now, let me just let the audience. This is a novel. This is fiction.
Yes.
But it's based on true events,
Real stories, true
people,
events,
and some true things that are coming.
Yes.
And I don't want to give too much away, but a man who is a non-believer and
Yes.
thinks that Israel's wrong, that
Yes.
he's believed the lies in the press and
Yeah.
the United Nations junk and all that, and he's on the side of the Palestinians,
Yeah.
and he's going to get his eyes opened, and we get to watch it happen.
Yes.
We get to see how he gets, you could call it converted, I guess,
Yeah.
in his thinking.
Mm-hmm.
He gets converted another way too.
Yes.
I've got that marked in my book. I said, Jack gets saved. I wrote in the bottom of the book there. And I got to tell you, I'm a reader. I loved this book.
Mm.
When I got done, I didn't want it to end. And I remember being near the end, and I remember, oh man, there's not too many pages left. I didn't want it to end. Now it's good.
Yeah.
But the great thing is, it's not just a fiction. It's not just a novel for entertainment, though it is.
Yeah.
There's so much truth mixed in it.
Yes.
I mean, you're taken to Mount Carmel in the book. You're taken to all these places
Yes.
where these things happen, and you feel like you're there. And I'll tell you this, and I loved Israel before I read the book, but
Oh,
it does
man.
something to you.
Yeah.
It gives you a kinship
Yes.
with Israel and a deeper love for them
Yeah.
and a deeper appreciation. And by the way, there's more to come,
There's
right?
more to come. Yes. It's a series.
So what's up with that?
Well, it's called the Elijah Chronicles. So the biblical prophet Elijah makes a dramatic entrance into this story of this man Jack's life. Jack is a man who has lost his faith in God because of a tragedy that's happened to him. And the story is how God really is pursuing Jack and wanting to save him and heal his heart. And I think there are a lot of people out there, Dan, that have experienced that. That they're young, they believe in God, and then something happens, a tragedy happens, and they kind of lose their faith in, where was God? And I thought you were a loving God, but the story's not over. And even as God begins to intervene in Jack's life and use different strategies to get his attention, this is a story that is found in a lot of people's lives today.
Yeah. I had the feeling as I read it, of course I knew you a little, I didn't know you well, but you and I know each other. I had the feeling reading it that there's three major characters.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that in your mind, those three characters represented either someone or a group of someone's in society.
Right.
And you took those three people to represent.
Right.
And it's just fun. I mean, it starts out. I mean, it's almost a spy story at the beginning when he's on the train. And he sees somebody, thinks is that guy following me?
Is that just in my head?
Right away, as soon
you
as you start reading the book, it's like, this is some sort of a spy. No, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's great.
So, all right, the book is available right here at Prophecy News. Right on your screen is the phone number. You can call that number. A wonderful lady will answer the phone. She'll take your order right over the phone. I believe it's $24.95 plus shipping and handling. I believe that's right, or 24 something. But anyway, you'll see when you call the number. I think it's $24.99 or $95, something like that, plus shipping and handling. By the way, it's hardback book.
Yeah, it's great.
And that's nice. I'm jealous. But I got pictures. I got color pictures in mine.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm jealous. This is a beautiful book, beautiful cover, and I love it. Got some endorsements on the back. Ann Graham is there, and Chris Mitchell from the Middle East Bureau Chief. and Mark Biltz.
Yeah.
All three of them have endorsed the book. And listen, if you like to read, if you like a good novel, something you can sit by the fireplace and put your feet up and get some popcorn but make sure you got time, because you're not going to want to put it down. I read it pretty fast. I went through it fast, and in the next tomorrow when we go on TV, we'll have a whole half hour, and we're going to do several shows with you.
Great.
And we're gonna talk about this because it's not just entertainment. If it was just entertainment, I still would like it, but we probably wouldn't be having this discussion. This is going to help people. It's going to help people understand
what's going on,
the conflict over there with the Palestinians.
What's happening right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be a bless. You're going to love it. And I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. Many of you follow me on my pages, and I wanted you to know that I loved the book, and I'm recommending it. I recommend that you get it. So call the number on your screen or go to the website, ProtestantNews.com. And you can get a copy for yourself and read it. Don't forget, be watching tomorrow. We're going to get into the details of the book in the program tomorrow and the next, I think the next week as well. So we're going to discuss the characters of the book and the plot. And there's some stuff I wish I could tell them.
You can't give it all away.
I can't give it.
It's too good.
And we laughed and laughed. I called you. We talked on the phone. And I wish I could tell that story, but I can't. Without giving something away, but I'll give just a little bit of it. There's something happens to one of the characters, and I called him. I said, "Look, if you kill that person off, I won't bring you to Prosper News. If that person dies,
it's over. Friendship's over."
And remember what you said? You said, "I got people in my church wanting to put that person on the prayer list," and you said, "They're just fiction. They're not real."
They think they're real people. You get hooked on it.
You know it's a good book.
Yeah.
When you get a
invested,
you feel for them
emotionally.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not real. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Isn't it great to be a Christian?
It is great to be a Christian.
Well, Christians can laugh.
Yeah, we can
have a good time.
Absolutely.
We had a good time. We went out to eat last night and had a good time.
I know. It was fun.
And
we
did a YouTube video in your hotel room.
That's right.
You'd been up all night on a plane, and I dragged you in your hotel room and said, "We got to do
10 o'clock at night knocking on my door." It was fun. We had a great time.
I said, "I'm not going home with my camera thinking I had Ray Bentley in the hotel and I didn't do a YouTube video. What's the matter with me?" So I'm going to keep him up. I have to keep him up till midnight.
Yeah, it was fun. We
had a good time. We did a Facebook Live and on my God's Found Jubilee channel, we did a Facebook Live and a YouTube video.
Yeah, it was great.
Got a lot of response too.
Yeah, it was great.
And all right, well we're going long here. This is going to turn into a show. We got to cut this off. Listen, been good to be with you folks in your living room or wherever it is you're watching this, and I hope you've had as much fun watching as I've had chatting with this guy. I've got notes here that we're going to share. I don't know if we'll look at them. I mean, I got stuff I want to ask him that I've written down, but they a lot of times they don't go that way. You just get going.
Go with the flow.
Goes where it goes, and. Listen, Brother Ray, thanks for coming on and doing this little video with us here. And you out there, keep looking up.